ladies and gentlemen, City Lights Open, making people look good. So you guys could just come out from the scholarship. Was amazing. I see you dance on a very nice level. You know, like how many years did it take you to get there?
10 years.
Seriously?
Yes.
How many years together?
So we've been together for about 2 years now.
Okay.
More than 2 years.
Because we were together, so we met in 2017.
Okay.
And then I left to go train in New York for a year, and I moved back about 6 months ago. And so we just got in touch back with each other, and we decided, okay, let's compete again. And so here we are. This is actually our first competition back.
You know what, I was actually asking you guys earlier, like what moves you, what made you dance? Because there's so many things you can do besides dancing, and you chose that as your main hobby or passion. What was happening there?
First, I think Latin dancing looks very beautiful. And the second, it looks easy because there's no split, no flipping.
There is some splits, but okay.
Yeah, but very, very few. I think people can look nice without difficult movement. And then I started to dancing, but then I realized it's not that easy. It takes a lot of practice, like a lot of basic, lots of boring training drills.
Yeah.
But we get support from our teachers and from our friends, which is nice. You know, like we encourage each other. Otherwise, it's hard to do this hobby for 10 years.
So how many hours do you practice? What do you do?
So we generally practice close to about 2 to 3 hours each week. We normally have our own private class where we review the choreography, go over things we want to refine or change, and then we're always in the process of rounds. We're always in very thick rehearsal, always practicing all the things you need to be able to be competitive on the floor, especially comfortable, because you don't want to go out there and be shell-shocked.
Yeah, that's true, it's true.
Yeah.
I think I do more than 2 to 3 hours because I take lessons from
Right.
different teachers. And
Really?
yeah, but we do lots of rounds together, which is nice. We go to Dance Vita for rounds. It's like a simulation of a competition. There are so many high-level dancers there, so it really inspires me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, what keeps you going? Because what keeps you inspired? Because as a teacher, sometimes you can get dim a little bit. What keeps you going?
For me, it's always there's always that feeling you get when you're dancing. Because I think everybody in their life, like I mentioned before, we're all looking for that one thing that really gives us life. And for lots of people, it could be tennis, it could be football, it could be ice skating, it could be rock climbing. For me, it ended up being ballroom dancing. And so there's never really a moment when I'm not on the floor that I'm not happy to be doing it. Because you really want to enjoy what you're doing. And if you're doing that, like you know,
That's absolutely true.
like if you enjoy what you do, you don't work a single day in your life. And that's always a good feeling of like, oh wow, I can always be putting everything I've been working on to good use, and it feels good doing it.
That's beautiful, man.
It's a good combination.
Keep going with it. This is great. Ladies and gentlemen, City Lights Open. That's some insights for you.